What if I told you that an American family spending $5,000 a month could live like they're making $10,000 in Europe? Sounds impossible? Well, after analyzing cost of living data from hundreds of cities and interviewing real families who made the move, I've uncovered some shocking truths about prices in 2025. I'm going to break down exactly how much it really costs to live in Europe versus the USA, and show you price comparisons that most experts won't tell you about. We'll explore housing, healthcare, education, and daily expenses that will completely change how you think about the cost of living. Let's start with the biggest expense that's crushing American families: housing. In major US cities like San Francisco or New York, a typical 3-bedroom apartment will set you back around $4,500 to $6,000 per month. But here's what most comparison websites won't tell you about European alternatives. In Barcelona, that same budget could get you a luxury villa with a pool for $2,800. In Lisbon, a modern city center apartment costs just $2,000. And in Athens, you could live in a beachfront property for $1,500. But the savings go far beyond just rent. European homes often include benefits that Americans pay extra for. Built-in appliances come standard, energy efficiency cuts your utility bills in half, and most properties come furnished. Plus, you're usually within walking distance of public transportation, eliminating the need for multiple cars. Now, let's talk about what's often the scariest expense for American families: healthcare. While Americans pay an average of $1,200 monthly for family health insurance with a $5,000 deductible, the European system tells a different story. In countries like Spain, Italy, and Portugal, comprehensive healthcare coverage is often less than $200 per month for an entire family, with no deductibles. Some countries even include dental care, which can save you thousands more each year. Take education, for example. American families are drowning in college debt, with many parents starting to save before their children can even walk. But in Germany, both public universities and many private institutions are completely free, even for international students. In France, a year of university costs less than what American families spend on textbooks alone. And we're not talking about lower quality. Many European universities consistently rank among the world's top institutions. But what about earlier education? While American families spend an average of $1,000 per month on childcare, European countries offer substantial support. In Denmark, childcare costs are capped at 25% of actual expenses, with lower-income families paying nothing at all. Sweden provides heavily subsidized daycare that costs parents just $150 monthly, including meals. And in Finland, early childhood education is considered a fundamental right, with costs linked to family income. Many pay less than $300 monthly for world-class care. Now, let's talk about something we all deal with: daily expenses and food costs. While Americans spend an average of $1,200 monthly on groceries for a family of 4, European families often spend 30 to 40% less while eating higher quality food. In Italy, a family can eat well for $700 monthly, enjoying fresh, local produce and high-quality ingredients. French families spend about $800 monthly on food, but this includes regular visits to local markets and fresh bakeries. The secret? European grocery stores focus on seasonal, local products, and the culture prioritizes quality over quantity. Transportation is another area where the differences are striking. While American families often need 2 cars, costing them an average of $1,000 monthly in payments, insurance, and gas, European cities are designed differently. In Amsterdam, a family of 4 can manage all their transportation needs for about $200 monthly using public transport. In Vienna, a yearly public transport pass costs just €365. That's €1 per day. And in many European cities, excellent public transportation means you might not need a car at all. But here's something that might surprise you: entertainment and social life. While Americans often spend $500 to $700 monthly on entertainment, European cities offer countless free or low-cost options. Paris museums are free on the first Sunday of each month. Vienna's world-famous opera house offers standing room tickets for €3. Barcelona's streets come alive with free festivals and cultural events almost every weekend. Your entertainment budget goes twice as far while providing experiences that would cost a fortune in the US. Let's talk about utilities and internet. Expenses that often shock Americans with their monthly bills. In the US, a family might spend $400 to $500 monthly on utilities alone. But in many European countries, better energy efficiency and infrastructure mean lower bills. Portuguese families typically spend $150 to $200 on utilities, while Spanish households average $180. Internet? While Americans often pay $80 to $100 monthly for high-speed internet, comparable service in Romania costs $20, and in France, about $30. Now, here's the hidden advantage most people overlook: paid time off and work-life balance. While Americans celebrate getting 2 weeks of paid vacation, Europeans typically enjoy 4 to 6 weeks, plus public holidays. This means more family time without sacrificing income. In fact, studies show that despite working fewer hours, European workers often report higher job satisfaction and lower stress levels. But before you start packing your bags, there's something crucial you need to know. While the cost of living is generally lower in Europe, salaries can be lower too. The key is understanding which professions transfer well and how to position yourself for success. Let me share one final insight that could save you thousands in your first year. Many European countries offer significant tax benefits for new residents, especially those working remotely or starting businesses. For example, Portugal's NHR program offers a flat 20% tax rate for qualifying professionals, less than half what many Americans pay. Italy offers a 70% tax reduction for new residents in certain regions. These incentives can dramatically impact your bottom line. The truth is, while Europe isn't necessarily cheaper in every category, the overall quality of life you can achieve for your money is often substantially higher. From world-class healthcare and education to rich cultural experiences and better work-life balance, European living often provides more value for your money than the American equivalent. If you're considering making the move, don't forget to check out my previous video about European countries that will actually pay you to relocate. And stay tuned for next week's video, where I'll show you exactly how to calculate your potential cost of living in different European cities, including hidden expenses most people never consider. Drop a comment below telling me which cost comparison surprised you the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts and answer any questions you might have about specific countries or expenses. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more videos about living and thriving in Europe. Remember, understanding these cost differences isn't just about saving money. It's about creating a better life for you and your family. The opportunity is there. You just need to know where to look.